Okay. There we go. All right, so here we go. Let's go into our Quizlet. I have added some stuff to that, and I did also put it in the stream on our Google Classroom. I don't know if anyone noticed, but it is there for you to practice, and a lot of these are on your test. So how would you finish this? It's important to eat a blank of foods from each section of the My Plate. What would you say?
Variation.
Whoops. Variety, yes. Orange, and it's the second largest. What is it? What food of the My Plate?
Grains.
Thank you. Plates, cups, saucers, and bowls. What are those?
Dinnerware.
Dinnerware. Thank you. Top left. What goes on the top left? Think of possibly your B and D.
Bread plate.
Bread plate. Good job. The arrangement of the tableware that each dinner will need, I think that should be diner, will need for a meal, also called a place setting. What is that called?
A cover.
Yes. Main nutrient is protein. Easy one. What food group?
Protein.
Yipper. On the left side of the fork. So what is on the left side of the fork?
A napkin.
Yep. It's important to eat a variety of foods from each section of the My Plate, but remember to avoid what? Large portions, yep. Serving of vegetables a day, how much?
2.5 cups.
You got it. Good job. A complex carbohydrate, the ones that stick with you the longest. Which ones are they?
Fiber and starch.
Ding, 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 ding. Lower left above the napkin. What goes there?
Salad bowl.
Salad plate. Yes. Guess it could be a bowl, but the main nutrient is carbohydrate. So what food group? Carbs. What food group? Which one has all the carbs?
Grains.
Yep. Starting at the outside and working towards the center. Arrange in order of use. Switch to low fat or fat free what?
Dairy.
Yep. Make half of your grains.
Whole.
Yep. The science of food and how the body uses it.
Nutrition.
Correcto mundo. Calories that come from foods that offer few, if any, nutrients. Empty
calories.
Yes, thank you. Fat that is solid at room temperature, like butter, beef fat, shortening, can be added to food when processed or prepared.
Solid fat.
Yep. Servings of fruit a day. How many?
2 cups.
Yep. Purple is the third largest and is found in the lower right.
Protein.
Yep. My plate is based on blank calorie diet. How many calorie?
2,000.
Yep. Simple carbohydrate. What is a simple? There's one.
Sugar.
Yes. It's red and it's found in the upper left part of the My Plate.
Fruit.
Yep. Foods and beverages a person eats and drinks. Starts with a D.
Diet.
Yep. 1 inch from the table's edge. What belongs there?
The main plate.
Yep. Serving of grains a day. How much?
6 ounces.
Correcto. What is the green? Its largest section.
Vegetable.
Yes. Fork, knife, spoon. What is it? What are those called?
Flour.
Yes. Right of the plate. What goes to the right?
Knife and spoon.
Yes. Main nutrient is calcium. What food group?
Dairy.
Yes. 3 cups a day. What food group? What food?
Dairy.
Dairy.
Yes. Keep meat and poultry portions
Lean.
and small. Water goblet and glasses are,
Glassware.
yep. And the main nutrient is vitamin C.
Fruit.
Yep. Think of an orange. Blue separated from the my plate. What is it?
Dairy.
And serving of protein a day, how much?
5.5 ounces.
Very good. Appearance, tone, and feelings of importance. What are all of those? Table influences. How the table can influence a person. Make half of your plate what?
Fruits and vegetables.
Thank you. Yep. Left of the plate is what? In
Fork.
the, yes. Unit of energy?
Calorie.
Yep. The main nutrient is vitamin A?
Vegetables.
Yes. And on plate, what goes on the plate?
Napkin.
Or
Salad.
I have soup bowl, but yeah, napkin could also go on the plate too. That is true. Alrighty. So that takes care of that. All right. So what I need you to do is I got this little, you can see this, right? Yeah. Okay. So this is a cartoon and it's Dennis the Menace. It says, "What do you mean? I've got plenty of manners. I just choose not to use them." As he sits there and has crumbs all over his plate and has his napkin shoved into the front of his shirt. All right. So I'm going to have you do this little activity. It's in Google Classroom. I can't remember if I shared it with you or not because I didn't want you to do it ahead of time. And it is called Table Manners. So I'm going to assign it now. And what you need to do is go through it, and it gives you some options. So I'll open it so we can look at it together. Okay, so listen to the directions because I got 2 sets of them. All right, so it says underline the word or words that make the sentence read correctly. Okay, so we're going to go through it first, and we're going to underline what we think the answer should be. And there's usually 3 options, like this one. Let's do this one together. It says, in taking your place at the table, sit down from the right side of the chair, the left side of the chair, or this one's like, it doesn't really matter. So what do you guys think? When you sit down at the table, should you come in from the right, the left, or it doesn't matter? What do you think? For etiquette at the table. Just take a guess. Right now, there's no wrong or right. I just want you to give me an
Left.
answer. Okay, actually, that is correct. So, but I still just want you to underline it. So you just, highlight it and you would underline it. Okay, so easy enough. Pretty simple. Not to rock your world crazy. So you're going to do that all the way down. And then when you get down to the very bottom, it wants you to list 5 finger foods, 5 foods that you use your spoon to eat, 5 foods you would use a fork, and then 5 ways to use your knife. Okay. And so like for the use your knife would be like one of them I'll give you would be like buttering bread, you know. Okay. So I want you to work your way through that. Just underline right now. I know some of you are tempted to highlight, but I'm actually going to have you go back and highlight the correct answers. So don't do any highlighting right now. Just underline. Okay. Is that pretty crystal clear to everybody? And I don't want you to turn it in because I want to go over it. So don't turn it in. I'll give you like, I don't know. Let's start with let's start with 10. It might take you a little longer than that. I'm not sure. But let's just start with 10. And then I'll check back here in just a second. And you guys can tell me where we're at with that. I'm going to pull up a timer just to kind of help you and myself keep aware of what's happening. Hopefully you can still see my screen. So we're going to start a timer and we're going to time for, oh, look at there, 10 minutes. Perfect. All right. So we're going to have that on there. Jenna, can you see that clock?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. All right. So let's start with 10 minutes. Have you guys run through that. See if you can get it done in that amount of time. More will be given if need be, but let's give that a go. Okay. Okay, so how's everybody doing? Do we need a little more time? Or are we good to go?
I need like maybe 5 more minutes.
All right, so is Kaden the only one that needs time, or could you put in the chat, just give me a Y if you need more time? Nope, that's our timer. Okay, so, all right, I am willing to give you 5 more minutes. So at 1, okay, so not 1, at 2, let's just do like 2:04, 2:05 thereabouts, and I'll set the clock, okay? So we'll back it down here. All right, so we'll give 5 more minutes and see if you guys can get it done. And we're gonna go over it, so like I said, don't turn it in because I wanna make sure we go through it. I am talking and nobody's answering me. I'm like, what is up? I don't have my mic on. Okay, so what I was saying in the moments that you couldn't hear me was I still want you to keep the ones that you underlined, but highlight the right answers. So you might have some that are just highlighted. You might have some that are underlined and highlighted. Just leave them, okay? That's how I'm going to grade this. So number 1, it was the left side of the chair, and I'm pretty sure that Caden answered that one for us. Number 2, when you sit comfortably at the table with your feet where?
On the floor?
Yes, correct. So you either had that underlined and you're going to highlight it, whether it's, just make sure you highlight the right ones, and even if you underlined them. Okay. Number 3, begin to eat as soon as you are seated, when everyone has been served, or when you are served.
When everyone has been served?
Correct. So that one should be highlighted as well. Number 4, lots of food, expensive food, or a cheerful conversation add to the enjoyment of a meal.
A cheerful conversation?
All right, and anyone else can participate besides Caden, even though, Caden, I so appreciate you right now. Number 5, food should be taken from the side of the spoon, the tip of the spoon, either side or tip.
The tip of the spoon.
That is correct. Good job. Number 6, while you are eating, keep your elbows on the table, one elbow on the table, or the elbows off the table.
Elbows off the table?
Correct. Number 7, it is proper to talk with your mouth full, chew with your lips open, or chew with your lips closed.
Chew with lips closed.
Good job. Number 8, keep knife and fork after they have been used on the plate, on the table, or either place.
On the plate.
On the plate. Number 9, spoons are used for sipping beverages, tasting beverages, or eating mashed potatoes. Did this one
Eating
stump?
mashed potatoes?
Not in this case. Tasting beverages. Number 10, when drinking water, hold the glass with both hands near the base or around the rim.
Near the base.
Near the base. Good job. Number 11, when you pass your plate for a second helping, the silverware should be taken from your plate, left on the plate, or held in your hands.
Held in your hand?
The answer is left on your plate. Number 12, when bread is served at the meal, should you butter a whole piece at a time, cut pieces in half and butter it, or break off a small piece and butter it?
Cut it in half, then butter it.
Well, the answer is break off a small piece and butter it. Number 13, toothpicks should be on the table, be passed, or be used in private. Just take a stab.
Used in private?
Yes. 14, used silverware is sometimes placed on the tablecloth, never placed on the tablecloth, or placed with handles on the tablecloth.
Never placed on tablecloth.
Correct. All right, we're on the homeward stretch here. Number 15, when food you dislike is served to you, do you take it, do you eat what you can, or tell the hostess you don't like it?
Eat what you can.
Eat what you can. Number 16, it is proper, is not proper, is sometimes proper to cut all the meat on the plate before starting to eat.
Is proper?
Is not proper. 17, relishes taken from a relish dish should be placed, should never be placed, or sometimes placed on the tablecloth.
Never be placed.
Yes, should never be placed. Good job. 18, in using a soup spoon, dip the spoon towards the front of the bowl, towards the back of the bowl, or either front or back.
Towards the front of the bowl.
Actually, it's towards the back. Number 19, when you've finished eating, place the knife and fork on the table, on the plate, or neither.
On the plate?
On the plate, yes. Number 20, push your plate back, push your plate to one side, or leave your plate in place. That's a tongue twister. When you have finished eating.
Push your plate back.
It's actually you want to leave your plate in place. Okay, number 21. At the close of a meal, place your napkin on the table, on the chair, on the plate. What do
On
you
the
think?
plate.
On the table. All right, now we're into 5 finger foods. What did you guys come up with? What would be 5 finger foods that you can think of that you would be allowed to use your fingers?
Fries.
Fries, okay.
Hamburgers?
Hamburgers, that would be like sandwiches. Okay.
Chips.
Chips.
Raw vegetables.
Okay. What about corn on the cob? Grapes, toast. What are 5? What'd you say?
Sandwiches.
Sandwiches, yep. What 5 foods would you use a spoon for eating? What do you use a spoon for? Soup, yep.
Cereal.
Cereal, those are good ones.
Oatmeal.
Applesauce.
Applesauce, oatmeal, good. Those are all the ones that I don't have. I have ice cream, pudding, yogurt, slush, some veggies like peas, something like that will fall off the fork too easily. Give me 5 foods that you use a fork for.
Spaghetti.
Okay, spaghetti. What's another one?
Salad.
Yep, that's the one I had.
Watermelon.
Watermelon, okay.
Chicken?
Chicken, sure.
Steak.
Yep. I have meat in general. Eggs, fruits.
Jello.
Jello, yeah, that's a good one. Okay, and then what about your knives? I gave you buttering bread. What else would you use a knife for?
Cutting up food.
You have something specific, Caden?
Like steak.
Okay.
Slicing cheese.
Okay.
Like dicing foods.
Okay. I have, some people will scoop food on their fork with their knife. They'll use the knife as kind of like a tool to scrape the food up onto the fork. Cutting lettuce leaves. Buttering vegetables. Okay, cool. All right, so make sure that you guys did your highlighting for the answers, whether you underlined it or not. They should also be highlighted. And then now you can turn that into me. And then if you can go back and open I think it might have been in week 5. What week are we in? 4? I don't remember. I'm so confused. Okay, I will pull the notes up into our new week because we're going to finish those today. They were the guided notes. So I'm going to pull those up into this week, and we need to finish them. So that's what we're going to do right now is finish that up. And I think we might be able to do it in the amount of time we have left. So let's try. All right, is everyone able to pull those up okay? Because I'm going to go to my PowerPoint here. Okay, so you should have your guided notes open. You should be turning in the table manner worksheet that we just did together and finishing up on our guided notes. Okay, so it is better to speak up now if I'm rushing things. If you need like 30 seconds to get there, just tell me.
Can you give me a second? I'm trying to highlight all the answers.
Oh, okay.
I can't find it yet.
You can't find the guided notes, Caden?
No, I'm looking for them.
They should be in Google Classroom, and it should say, let me see if I can find them here for you. It should say Table Setting and Etiquette Study Guide is what it looks like.
I got it.
You got it? Okay, awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the PowerPoint. Try to hurry up, Bailey. Remember too, I will give you I'll give you your 7 points back on that one worksheet that we did if you take a picture of a place setting and send it to me. So just remember that. Okay, so Kaden, you're good to go. Haley, can you just unmic and just say that you're ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, good. All right. So I'm just going to go with those two individuals telling me that they're ready. Brady, are you ready? Olmsted, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. So here we go. So table etiquette, courtesy shown by good manners at meals. So if you sit down and you're, using manners, it shows that you are courteous of your host. Reflects part of your personality to others. Makes eating a pleasant experience for anyone. And most rules of etiquette involve common sense and consideration of other people. So that's probably the best way, you should look at it. It makes sense.
Do we have a document we're supposed to put these notes on Classroom?
Yes. In Google Classroom, it's under guided notes. Or study guide, I think is what it's called. Did you find them, Bailey? Let me know when you do.
I'll look.
Okay. And we worked on them the last time we were together, so they're partially complete.
Yeah, we're on the very bottom.
Yeah. So you're going to have to unmic because I can't see you when I present. Yeah, just tell me when you're ready.
Okay.
Can't find it?
I found something.
Well,
No, I
that's
don't think
good.
I found anything.
Okay, watch my screen because I'm going to show you where it is.
Okay.
Oops. Oopsie, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, it's right here. Table Setting and Etiquette Study Guide. See it?
Yep, I found that.
Okay, so you're good now?
Yep.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to go back to presenting. All right, here we go. All right, so I just went through this slide, but it's going to be on my video recording, whatever, so you can always go back and view that. Okay, there's always that capability. Okay, so common rules. This is kind of what we just went over. You're going to sit down from the left side of the chair, and you're always going to pass food to the right. Most people are right-handed. That might be a good way to remember it. I know if you're left-handed, that doesn't work for you, but it's the hand. If you're left-handed, it's the hand you don't typically use, and it's for right-handed, it's the hand you typically use. Okay, so for napkin placement, so place on lap before starting to eat. Cover your mouth and nose if you must cough or sneeze. That just to me is common sense there. Leave it on the chair if leaving the table and returning during a meal. And then leave to the left of the plate when finished with the meal. And remember, you can shorten those up. They are a little lengthy, so maybe pull out the main ideas from each little section there. Okay, I'm going to click unless I hear an objection. Okay, more common rules. When eating with a small group, wait until everyone is served before you eat. Follow actions of the host or hostess. Avoid talking with food in your mouth and chew with your mouth closed. Any objections? Okay. Our rules is to cut food into bite-sized pieces, not all at once. Sit up straight and avoid leaning on elbows while eating. Any objections? Okay, when finished with soup, place soup on soup plate. Sorry. That was a tongue twister. Place spoon on soup plate. There we go. When eating a roll or bread, always break one piece off at a time and butter and eat, and then place butter on your own plate before buttering your bread roll. Moving on. Tipping etiquette. For good service, 15 to 20 of the total bill. Typically, you are going to tip at restaurants and beauty salons. And the last slide, cell phone etiquette. Turn your cell phone to vibrate or off. Avoid checking your phone. If it's an emergency, excuse yourself from the table and keep your voice down when talking on a cell phone. And then for your homework and for our remaining minutes, I want you to work on some processing questions, just recapping what we just went over. Should be super simple. I'll give you all a second to get some of that on your worksheet there. All right. Any objections for me going off of this slide? Or are you still looking at it? All right. Well, remember, it's also on our recording. So, okay. So if you go into Google Classroom, there are the processing questions. And I'm going to just have us work on them. Oh, sugars. Hold on. I didn't attach the document. That's not going to help my class. I have nothing there for you to be looking at. Hello. Give me 1 second. I thought I had attached it. Obviously, I did not. Do. Oh, right here. Okay, just let me check that those are the right ones. Yes, okay. So let me assign those to you right now. Oops. Oh, shoot. It's not going through. I'm trying to figure out why. Okay, there we go. Okay, so here it comes. It's called Part 2, Processing Questions on Table Manners. I think there's about 7 questions, and it's just over everything that you did. So basically, I would take my notes and have them side by side with the questions, and then just make sure they're in complete sentences. as you are writing them and then turn them in. I will probably go over them the next time we're together. But I want them to be turned in. I don't think I've even put a deadline on them. Let me do that. I want them to be turned in by, I mean, I can give you till tomorrow, or I can even make it longer and make it right before class if that would help. So let me lengthen the date here. So let's have it be due on the 2nd, and we'll have it due right before class, which our class is at 1:30. So we'll have it due at like 1:25. Oops. 1:25 p.m. Okay, so that gives you a little bit more time to complete it. But like I said, if you've been working on it since I've been nattering, then you'll have it done. You won't have homework. All right, so anybody have any questions for the good of the order before I give you the last 5 minutes to work and then give you the dismissal in 5 minutes? Okay, so work on that, and I expect All right, does anybody have any questions about anything upcoming, anything about the assignment, anything like that? Okay, well, you are free to go when you're ready. You can stick around and work on the assignment, or we'll just talk later.
Have a good rest of your day, Miss Sepka.
Thank you, Jenna. You too.
Thank you, I will.
$1 per item. See you, Miss Sepka.
Bye, Kaden. Thanks for coming.
Of course.
Good to see you. Well, not see you. Good to talk to you anyway.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself. We'll see you Wednesday.
See you Wednesday.
Bye. That looks tiny.